Catamounts of Western Carolina out of the Southern Conference, coming in at 3-8. Short kick by Pletz, fielded by Jalen Waddle. World-class speed for number 17 in crimson. And ushered out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
And going forward is to distribute the football to tremendous playmakers.
Najee Harris on the inside give.
Eraser of mistakes on the back end for Western Carolina.
First passing attempt for Jones, breaking open is Smith towards the end zone and incomplete. A late flag on the field. White was in coverage.
Pass interference on the defense, number 22.
Really has been there for a lot of his teammates. The screen to Waddle. And bottled up after picking up another tied first down.
This season.
3rd down and 7. Jones with a clean pocket. Surveys and fires. Incomplete. Looking for his tight end, Major Tennyson. Joseph Bulovas on for the 29-yard field goal attempt. And Bama draws first blood. Roy Philpott here in Tuscaloosa. Play action for Adams, who flings it. Pass will be caught by the tight end. That's a first down for Western Carolina's Clayton Bardall. Will fake it to Nate Mullen. With time is Adams, and the pass is going to be intercepted. Xavier McKinney picked it off.
He's on the opposite side to begin with. Spencer, the running back, is going to go right down the seam.
Upsetting Minnesota. Golden Gophers no longer undefeated. Nifty move by Najee Harris. Stays alive. And he'll pick up another Crimson Tide first down ahead to the 44, stopped by Murphy.
Wide receivers out there. The spark in this offense a lot of times is Harris.
Screen pass, Devontae Smith. Little shake and bake. There he goes. Devontae Smith towards the end zone for another Tide touchdown. About an 18-point favorite in that game at the shoe. Play action. Pass is tipped, and it's going to be picked off far side. McKinney again, his second interception, and there he goes. Alabama to the house once again.
Says Tyree Adams doesn't see this type of recovery out of the linebacking level. And you can see that Shaheem Carter is the safety that was up initially, steps up, which is the effect that the RP is supposed to have, but it's the recovery.
Bottom line, Dogs can punch their ticket by winning the SEC championship game. Adams gets it back somehow. Lost the football again, and the Tide have recovered.
A couple of fakes by Tyree Adams, and then it was going to be a screen off to his right, batted back into his lap, has some green ahead of him.
Back to the Western Carolina quarterback. Told he's selling popcorn here at Bryant-Denny Stadium as well. Jerry Jeudy wide open, brought down inside the 20.
Supporting cast around you.
Play action as Jones flings it. Smith makes a man miss and tackled at the 10.
Just observing how Tua goes about his business.
Handoff using misdirection goes to Brian Robinson. Has
changed greatly.
Mechie checks in at wide receiver. Handoff to Robinson towards the pylon. Did he get there? Touchdown for the Tide. Plays on defense against a quarterback like Mac Jones without a ton of starting experience. That'll be his 3rd start next week.
The Iron Bowl.
On the kick 6, no less. The great plays in college football history. Play action for Jones. Finds his target for a first down into Western Carolina territory.
A little bit, and thus far Mac Jones is handling it really well.
Play action, unloading deep, looking for Waddle. Corrals it at the 12. And ushered out right there.
Again, well designed by Alabama.
Using tempo, Najee Harris near side towards the end zone. Across the goal line for the touchdown. Now that was too easy for the Tide. Najee Harris, his 10th score of the season.
I really love those guys, you know, as people. The way they did things, the contribution that they made, how they affected other people. And, you know, Tua would be one of those 4 or 5 guys.
Well, no doubt about it. And just like that, Bama strikes again. Jalen Waddle.
Allow his elite speed to do something with it. And it's well executed outside. kind of the smoke screen. You have the blocker by Jerry Jeudy, of all people, up front.
Will Jones checking in at quarterback for the Catamounts. Heavy pressure, no surprise, and down he goes.
For that 4 spot. But until that's the conversation, I don't see a path forward for Alabama.
Watching SportsCenter this morning, the
winning record, and that hurts them tremendously.
There goes Waddle. Plus territory. Waiting on the convoy. There it is. There he goes. Waddle towards the pylon. And bumped out just short of the goal line. No, they'll say that's a touchdown.
The referee that's on the goal line did a great job of communicating with the side judge.
After review, the runner stepped out of bounds short of the goal line.
The old school Alabama out of the I formation. Robinson. And I think he lost the football.
Was there for Western Carolina to get this football. Does it come out either before Robinson gets over the goal line? And I think it does. I think at about the 1 yard line.
An efficient start. Those 3 first half touchdown throws. This one's going to be picked off. Tyree Adams picked off by the senior Jared Maiden. It's back on the field to start our 3rd quarter. Play action and looking for Jerry Jeudy. There he is. First down Alabama. It'll be 1st and goal from just inside the 5.
This year.
Najee Harris with an alley and another touchdown. At the mesh point, Adams pulls it out somehow, throws a dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Jared Maiden, the senior, his 2nd interception of the 3rd quarter after heavy pressure from Christian Barmore. Out of the shotgun. A stiff arm from Harris, ushered out near the 22.
Taulia Tagovailoa. Well, more of the same, quite honestly. Steve Sarkisian said, with a true freshman, less experience than a Mac Jones.
Nalu and Diane moved to Tuscaloosa after Tua signed with the Crimson Tide. Another easy touchdown for Devontae Smith.
He can actually jump LSU in the coming weeks with some marquee matchups, including Michigan coming up, and obviously what they do today against Penn State. Sometimes it gets a little chippy.
Busting through is Robinson. Keelan Robinson towards the end zone for another Alabama touchdown.
Tagovailoa matters in that draft coming up.
Here's Adams for Western Carolina. Bolts ahead for a 1st down and a gain of 20 yards.
There's a time when the tough quarterback mantra turns into injury prone if you continue to stack up those injuries. Your mundane everyday stuff in terms of an injury. There is a lot of rehab at a time before his story started to be told, and now we know it.
On 3rd down, the handoff ahead to the 20. It'll bring up 4th and about 5 for the Catamounts. Nittany Lions coming back. Julian Pletz here in Tuscaloosa connects. Back on the field, replacing Mac Jones, who had an extremely efficient outing. There goes Keelan Robinson into Western Carolina territory. Yards and another touchdown toss as well, the first of his career. Here's Keelan Robinson again, the featured back so far. The point that would give Alabama a chance to be in the playoff. Jerome Ford picks up a 1st down and is stopped at the 13.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Miss Terry's going to go for that.
Jerome Ford towards the pylon for the touchdown.
Being right in the thick of this thing.
Adams off the play action fake. It'll be 4th down. Think about the act. One more snap, that'll do it. Tide will improve to 10-1. Iron Bowl coming up. Western Carolina falls in its final game to 3-9. Mark Spear, Nick Saban shaking hands midfield.